Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of your favorite Ravens YouTube channel and podcast, Talking Ravens all day, every day, with your host, Justin P. And my MVP, Bay and Allen co host, Miss Shannon Fitch. For the YouTube channel version, this is episode 163. For the audio version, season 3, episode 2. Right underneath the description below, underneath the topics, is myself, Shannon, and Dave, social media platforms. He'll probably most likely be here Thursday if you don't have to work late. And right underneath of that is the links to the audio version. So for those who can't watch live, if you're working on your way to work, working out, you can listen to us on there. Like I say, we're damn near on everything. Just type in Talking Ravens all day, every day, it'll pop right on up. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. We're say tell a friend, tell a friend. It's free of charge. Um, Shannon came up with some amazing topics, man. It was a rough week one. Lost. I think primetime football week one should not be for us no more. I am so serious. I've said this all day. I'm good with the 1 o'clock game. I'll even bite the bullet for 4 o'clock, but I'm not waiting all day and losing sleep. All of us for this shit 2 years in a row now. 1 o'clock me or 4 o'clock me. That's it for week one anyway. No, that's it. No more of this.
What I will say is that last year's week one, excuse me, even though we lost, we walked away feeling better because of getting to that point. But losing still sucks, right? Losing how we lost on Sunday is just like one of those because you had the game in your hands, right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Justin, we're going to do what we've been doing. We're going to use these episodes as our venting sessions, whether it's good or bad.
Right.
Um, I think that a lot of Raven Nation got a lot of bad to say just based on how the game ended. So give me your good, bad, and ugly for week one.
Oh, good. The offense as a whole, like I said, 40 points. They made a few really one mistake. It happens. I mean, like I said, they did. Other than that, it's basically a perfect game. Uh, like I said, the mob was phenomenal. Passing and throwing the ball, Derrick Henry, even with the fumble, played amazing. He was the big part why we jumped up the way we did. Todd Monken play call was phenomenal. But you can whatever you say you want, but the last drive, whatever you want to critique that, that's fine. Whatever, that's all fair and game. But overall, great calling. They must have locked up all the beers and told them, hey, after the game, help yourself. But right now, you need to stay focused. Uh, D Hop, man, told everybody, man, ain't old, man. Man, he showed y'all, man, like, hey, y'all, I told her, I told her, man, you both told her. I said, don't get it twisted. He might not be 1,800 yards down, but he's still better than most. And he
Hmm.
showed y'all. Um, Malachi Starks, he looked good. Well, but he showed me some stuff. So of course, Cal and Marlon, they always play their heart out. Bad, had a few penalties, or little stupid stuff like that. Tyler Luke can't, overall, but you can't miss the extra point, buddy. You can't miss the extra point. You gotta make that. You got one job. We're gonna give you some grace because we knew you were a rookie and you're replacing a legend. So, despite how you may feel about his off the field activities, but JT is still a legend. So we're gonna give you a lot of grace because that's hard to do. But yeah, you gotta make that. Uh, and yeah, that's football. Plus ugly, a lot of that. Missed tackles, broken coverages, not playing, not doing your job. Like 'cause I was watching plenty of times because I play outside linebacker defense. I'm watching Calvin Noy and Oakley keep slicing inside. I'm like, and what in God's tarnation are they slicing inside for? And then Josh Allen just round me outside. I'm like, okay. They must think they're going against Peyton Manning or something, feel me?
Oh my
They must think they're going against Peyton Manning. And Peyton Manning can't outrun either one of our grandmothers, feel me?
God.
But this motherfucker Josh Allen, he's basically white candy. I'm just saying, what in God's tarnation, like, are they keep slicing inside for? Like, but and then like I said, the fumble, we put that in there if you want the ugly. But just the defense as a whole. Remember, I was giving Zach Boys love finally, and then this happens. As soon as I start giving you praise, then this happens. I'm like, oh, buddy, now I gotta go back to getting on him again. Shannon, I don't know, Shannon. If a few more games like this, that experiment might be over with, man. I love the brother, man, but sometimes the other man better for the job, you know. So I'm just saying,
Oh
and I
my
love them as the
God.
player. I'm just saying, like, cause it's just every time, like, it's like, cause it's something got to give. Because Mike McDonald had these basically the same players, and this team ain't give up nothing. Now you take over, people forget how to play their positions, a la Marcus Williams and others. But too many blown mistakes, and everybody low key putting it at you, but they're not trying to put you on front street. But we know what they're talking about. Like, come on, dog. Like, what's going on? Like, you had a few good
Who
showings
who
last
said
year.
who said something about him?
Like when they was asking about struggles a few times. They said first time it was they basically was saying a little bit of schematics. You know what that mean
Oh
by schematic scheme? This game. They just put it. They dressed it up so they're not going to throw the band as a bus.
no, I didn't know. I didn't know what was said. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah. Van
Scheme is on
Noy.
the coordinator. Scheme is
Yeah, so
definitely
it's
on the coordinator.
like I get it. You wanted to separate yourself. All right, this is my defense now. That might be number two. You should have kept some of that stuff in there because it worked. And you just could have added your little wrinkles, but it's just like you said, that was the first time that we scored 40 and we lost. It's like wow. Like I said, you want to blame Malcolm a little bit on the last drive. You want to blame Derrick Henry. Cool. I ain't gonna fight you too much on that. But at the end of the day, stop Josh Allen. Stop Josh Allen at some point. Stop Josh Allen. But that's it, Shannon. Go ahead.
Um, it's ours is pretty much the same. For the good, I have the offense, and that's everybody collectively. I mean, Lamar, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers had a day. I think I just saw earlier
Forgot about Zay. I
he
think
had the
he
most
is
yards for a wide receiver this week in week
in
one.
week one. Absolutely.
D Hop, that amazing catch. Like the offense was great. We know what happened and what everybody's talking about, but overall, they were good. And it would be a different conversation if we won a game, like as far as people praising the offense because they were really good. I thought Kyle Hamilton was good. Like you said, I thought Starks did good. Metabike was good. It was parts. It was certain people, certain times of the games of the defense that they played okay, but those guys like stuck out to me. Bad. I think the fourth quarter play calling was bad. You just talked about what they said about Zach Orr. I think we could talk about that on both sides of the ball. In the fourth quarter with the play
Right.
calling,
Right.
clock management. You know, the play that Derrick Henry fumbled on, we snapped the ball with like 23 minutes left on the clock when we could have been milking it
23
some more.
seconds. You meant
20,
23
sorry,
seconds.
23 seconds left on the
Yeah.
clock when we could have been milking it.
For sure.
I,
For
I don't
sure.
understand that. So that's the clock management part of it is what was just bad to me. You got to learn when to milk it and watching different teams, like even watching the game last night. You know how like they were trying to milk the clock and the Vikings. You got to know when to do certain things, and that falls on players and coaches because that player knew to look at his coach and his coach told him what to do, and it all worked out. So know when to try to milk the clock for real. Like you got one of the best running games in the league. You don't have to rush whatever you plan on doing. And the ugly again, it was a fourth quarter to me, and that's defense. You gave up 22 points in the fourth quarter. Like, huh? Like, why? And we've been here before. That's what's most disappointing about all of this. Because we've been in this same position so many times, and I don't. What I want to know is, and I want somebody to ask John Harbaugh this or somebody this. When you're in a game like this, and you start feeling it happening, like things just starting to, like it's about to be what it's been. Who on that sideline is gathering everybody together to say, calm down, like we got this. We're gonna still be. Who's doing it? It should probably be John Harbaugh as the head coach, but should the coordinators be talking? Is Monken still up? Is he still upstairs?
We all know why, but I ain't gonna get into that. Yeah.
It's like somebody, and then it also goes into the players because I see players watching other games. They lift each other up. They doing different things. So it's like somebody on that team when you get into that point got to be like, look, calm down. We got this. We want whatever needs to be done, be done. But they never do. And like I said with the offense, I do think that they played well overall. The problem for me with the offense in the fourth quarter was when we did get the ball after they scored off the fumble, I believe, we went 3-0 immediately after. Like we couldn't even get 10 yards. I know some people were upset about Harbaugh not going for it. We'll talk about that later, but The fourth quarter really is what did it for me. Other than that, even defensively, like it was like we was because like you always say, Justin, they get paid too. So we had the 15-point lead. Like it was to me, I was good with whatever the defense was doing to that point. If it wasn't good enough, it was good enough at that point. But you can't get into the fourth quarter and perform like that. Now, some might say the defense was tired.
Okay.
Whatever. You could blame it on whatever. But to me, it's just unacceptable. Um,
Absolutely.
and it was on both sides late for me. But again, that doesn't mean I don't think the offense had a great day because they did. But the fumble at a costly time, everybody fumbles. I mean, it happens, but you don't want it to happen then.
Right.
Just like in the playoff games, dropping balls, and you don't want stuff like that to happen, fumbling. You don't want that to happen in moments like that.
For
So in a
sure.
game that was
For
kind of
sure.
won,
For sure.
yeah, that's a terrible way to fumble. But overall, they did good defensively. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know because if more people feel like you do, what happened last year, and it took some weeks, and I don't think we need to go weeks again. And I'm not saying fire Zach, or I don't know how you fix it if it's a scheme problem.
Yeah, because you can't keep calling Dean Pease to come in and come help you. I'm just saying. Chuck
Yeah,
Pagano's here, Chuck Smith's here, like so. Figure it out.
and
Like,
we had a great defense under Chuck.
absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. He
So
was #1 the whole year. So
yeah,
I don't know if he'll be up to do that because he's older. I'm sure he would if to help the team out. But like Rex Ryan, you still can see he's passionate, but he went off on Get Up, man. And you need guys like them on TV that's going to speak their mind, not worry about being political correct. 'Cause all the political correct
hmm
is white voice. He said, man, Harbaugh, man, he said, I don't want people to think this is sour grapes because, about him getting the job over me, we still have a good relationship. But he has to stop being that cool gym teacher, feel me? That cool gym teacher because he's like, he needs to go over there and choose some guys out and lean on his coaches. You know what I mean? He's like, hey, come on, man. He's basically, he's just too laid back. So he said, I get being a player's coach is being liked by the players, but sometimes you gotta be the bad teacher. Think
well,
about it
you
in
saying
school.
that?
Think about it in school. The cool teacher, yeah, we liked Miss Johnson because she let us do all this. But Miss Finch tell us sit our ass down, stop playing. We're gonna listen to her more. Feel me? We're gonna be okay.
hmm
Yes, Miss Finch. We ain't gonna feel me. She the one get us more in line.
Yeah, I was gonna say you saying that is a perfect segue into the next topic, which is out giving out our grades, and we can start with John Harbaugh. What you were saying was just great. So, what do you give John Harbaugh as a grade for week one?
I'm gonna be nice. B. I'm gonna be nice. This offense did put up 40 points. Special teams look like trash. That's another thing. You supposed to be a special teams guru. We giving up damn near 30 yards a kick. Nobody. So you probably, I'm sure you did, Shannon. People ain't paying attention to that. Every time the Bills got a kickoff, they damn near took that bitch to the middle of the field.
Hmm
That contributed to some of the points.
Yeah.
So like, dang, you supposed to be Mr. Special Teams. Like, at least clean that up if nothing else.
hmm
So a B.
Um, I give him a B minus. For everything you just said, and I feel like him being the head coach, he needs to be the one to be able to stop the bleeding. You know what I mean? Like if we're at home and we're watching it, we can see certain things. Why can't he? Why can't you go over to Zach Owen and say, "What's going on? Why you can't say, why you can't go to, well, you can't go over to Monken, but say on your walkie-talkie, run the ball, man." Like, just things like that. I mean,
And that goes back to Rex saying that being that cool gym teacher.
yeah. So that's why I said when you mention all that, it's a perfect segue into it. It's like you said, I'm not going to rag on him because overall it was a good game up until the fourth quarter.
Right.
So when you saying something happen like that as a head coach, yeah, you're gonna be like the B minus. The minus is because of how you acted in the fourth quarter, which is you did nothing. You didn't do anything to stop the bleeding in the fourth quarter, and it's becoming a pattern. And John Harbaugh is the only constant, and that's why he's getting the attention he's getting today and
Now it's
yesterday.
national. It was just
And
Ravens
that's what I'm
flock at
saying.
first.
We've
Now
never,
that shit is
yeah,
like
we've never seen it like that before, so, but that's accountability, right? So he's gonna have to be accountable. I give him a B minus.
Okay,
What grade did you give Todd Monken?
I give him A plus. A plus. 40 points. Yes, you can cry about he didn't do this on this last drive and that, whatever. Didn't run us out. Whatever, that's fine. It's cool. But man put up 40 points. The league average is probably 20, 21. He put up damn near double that. It's A plus. I'm just saying.
I give him an A minus. For everything you just said. I mean, I do think that it was a great game, but you got to play 4 quarters of football, any sport, whatever sport. You know what I mean? You got to play all the way through. So you can't get too conservatively. You can't get too cute. Like you got to do what makes sense in the moment. I don't feel like we made a lot of great decisions late, and some of that, is it him? Is it players? Like some at some point it's somebody, but he did a great job overall. So I'm gonna give him an A minus.
Yeah, before we go into or and all that, and this was probably Harbaugh's doing, and I bet my money on it. No Keaton Mitchell, no Taz Walker. What the fuck is up with that? Two of your fastest guys.
Yeah, I don't know why. I
I'm
don't know
just
how Ali
I'm
got the
uh,
Ali was active and not Keaton
I'm
Mitchell.
cool with Ali. I'm about to
No,
have
I'm
an I'm
saying
pop.
he was
Nah, I
active
know.
over Keaton Mitchell. Like,
I'm about to get to that. This grade be a little unpopular, and I don't really give a shit. Justice Hill ass might need a set. Let me tell you why. I get he's that Mister bring that bring do everything. He makes too many fucking mistakes, man. He'll make a good little catch, little run, then his dumb ass will bobble the ball, miss a drop, get blown up in pass protection. For every good play he make, he do something stupid right afterwards. And I'm just sick of it. And like I said, he's a overall good player, but fuck all that. I'd rather go ahead and let them Keenan and get them carries and those reps. You can just play special team with you here and there, like, and then you're in the last year of your contract any motherfucking way. Yeah, that's what I say. It's an unpopular opinion. I don't know if you agree or not, but yeah, nah, Justice Hill, like, I'm sick of this man.
no, I
Like,
don't.
he cool,
I,
but he just do too much stupid shit, Shannon. He'll make a good play, get a first down run, then this bitch gonna miss a block. No, then he'll fucking catch the ball, get stripped, fumble. Like, damn, dog, like you can't just play consistently good without you doing
oh
something
my
stupid.
goodness.
I'm sorry, yeah, and it's been a
I
minute
didn't
for me.
expect the Justice Hill rant. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry, cause I've been like, cause I've noticed it for a while, and I said, yo, I make a good play. Turn around, he do something stupid.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, got Keaton get them carries, let them reps, man. I promise you, sit him down, it'll probably be for the better.
Oh my
And Taz,
goodness.
and I love Tyler Wild. Taz need to get those reps. Them two on the last year of their contracts. Fuck both of them. Get them out the game and
Oh
get the
my
guys.
God.
Fuck both of them. Because Hardball like those guys because they're going to play. They're going to do everything they told you to do, and that's fine. They play great on special teams. He like those try hard guys. They bring their lunch hell. They bring their hard hat. That's fine. That's cool. This is not a Disney movie. But I guarantee you, Keaton Mitchell and Chance Walker on the field, we probably get the offense probably get a little bit more explosive, feel me? Because you're getting a faster back and a faster receiver, feel me? I'm
Oh
just saying.
my
I'm just saying.
goodness.
Sometimes
Ravens,
you
Ravens
gotta get.
Nation has been on fire this week.
I'm just
Goodness.
being real. Like there's no one in the world those two guys should not be in the game because you're in love with two other guys just because they work hard. I'm sorry, fuck that. But go ahead. Let's go to the.
So what grade do you give Zach Orr?
Hmm. Trying to not be too harsh here. Oh, shit.
Oh my goodness.
So we did. You can't go up if you don't at least get a stop or two. But I think some of that was just off Josh Allen's time, me personally. But uh, uh, see, that's the best I can do. See, see. Because man, it's like, what the hell you playing? What you like? Why like? Man, you have to. You got the job, so you have to do the job. Mike McDaniel would have spied Josh Allen. He'd have took away them underneath routes. He'd have rotate. You didn't rotate your edge rushers. And that's why the motherfuckers was tired because he didn't rotate nobody. I mean, Mike Green played 5 snaps. You drafted that kid in the second round to play 5 snaps? Really? David Ajabo. If nothing else, that's fresh legs out there. Where's Tavis Robinson should have played a little bit more. Where's John Jenkins? Like, where's your? Then you just gave up on Trenton Simpson at the one play. Mike McDonald had him and had him looking like a Pro Bowler. So that's what I'm saying. So, like I said, I like him on Bruce. Well, of course, I'm on Bruce. Like I said, sometimes the other man is the better man for the job. It's just I hate to say it, but you gotta be real because it's like your defense just not shouldn't only look good when you're going against fucking Russell Wilson, C.J. Stroud with half his receiver core hurt, and motherfucking Tommy DeVito. That's the only y'all. Your defense shouldn't only look good against them. Feel me? Against that. Like it should also look. Yes, he did a pretty good job week 4. We kind of got out the gate on him. He did a pretty good job week 4 with Josh. I'll give him that. Then us being at home, that played a big part too. I'll give him credit for that. But overall, man, come on, like you gotta coach better. Rotate your guys in and out. Like where our CJ Tampa ain't on the field. Jair should have probably played like 10 plays at the most because he had practice all week. TJ Tampa and them should have got them reps. And then I don't know, man.
I
Let's
want you to
see,
get it all out. Get,
see,
get
see, see, because it's like we keep trying to pacify for him. I'm sorry, fuck that,
we
man. I'm sorry.
he only been there for a year, so it ain't we keep trying to
He
pacify him.
probably
Like,
he's been the defensive coordinator for a year, yes, but he's been there. He played for the Ravens. He know how serious we take defense.
yeah.
But
Well,
come on,
I'll say
man.
this. You said a lot, and I'm not saying that I don't agree. Like, I'm not on the fire him train, but I agree with what you're
I ain't
saying
saying
overall.
just yet. I ain't saying, but I'm saying if this continues
Yeah,
at some
I
point,
get
which
I get it.
so we're
So
gonna
I
just
just gave him a
hey
C.
Lamar go score 55 points. That ain't fair to them.
Well, I'll say this too though, because I heard them say this on the radio. They were saying that defense can't be played how it was played before, right? So
That's
they
true.
think
That's
that
true. I
so
get that.
so they
I
think
get
that
that.
that,
I
that
get
plays a
that.
part in
I get that.
how things go right now. Um,
I get that. I
but for
get
me,
that
I just
totally.
give him a C minus, and it's for everything you just said. And I just summed it up as the defense on Sunday night looked as bad as they did last year, and that's a problem. And your point is made about who they played when they started getting better. But I also do think that they played well against Josh Allen in the playoffs last year. I mean, he wasn't like he was going. We was turning the ball over, and so I give him grace. I mean, like I said, it was the fourth quarter thing for me. If the fourth quarter didn't happen and the game just ended at 40-25, I think we might be having a slightly different conversation about Zach Orr. I think I would still question personnel because I'm going to question like certain people, like you mentioned, probably shouldn't have been playing, and certain people should have been playing. Um, but I'll give him a C minus.
That's on both sides of the ball. Even with offense scoring 40, like I said, I think with Keith Mitchell and Taz Walker, and we might account for 2 more touchdowns because they're gonna them and their speed is gonna attract some
Yeah,
people. Feel me?
yeah,
So but I'm just saying I get that. But I nobody saying we gotta be the 2000 rated defense. I know we can't play like that, but that didn't stop the Eagles from punching Patrick Mahomes in the mouth. Feel me? That I'm just saying they didn't stop Philly from getting on his ass. So you know what I mean? Tampa Bay, same thing. That didn't stop them from getting on his ass.
yeah. And sometimes you gotta have the guys too, and we be talking about that
True,
all the time.
true. But again, Mike McDonald basically had the same team and they didn't give up nothing. So I got and just I like don't get me wrong, I love Zach. I loved him when he was a player. I was the one hyping him up to be the starting linebacker before he got the job when Dale Smith got cut. But it's like, come on, bro. That's why I'm so hard on him. If he was a guy that just came in from somewhere else, I probably would be a little bit more patient, feel me? But bro, you know what's up. You put that hell, you know what's up. Come on, man. You know what it is.
Yeah, but I also think that, I mean, let's say he's not ready, right? He might not be. It's a big difference between being just a position coach and then having to be a coordinator and having to come up with your own. Like you said, he doesn't
It
have to do it
happens
like
all it happens all the time.
no. But I'm saying it right. It happens, good and bad, right? Haven't you seen people come in there and not be good coordinators?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, it's not if he doesn't end up being a good coordinator, I'm not going to be like, oh my goodness, just because he played for the Ravens defense, that doesn't mean that he will be a great coordinator. But I'm okay with him being a coordinator now. I wasn't mad when he got the job, but I'm just saying some people get in it and they do it for the first time and they're great at it, and some people aren't. And if he isn't, then he just isn't. I want it is what it is. We'll
But
get
I don't.
another defensive
That's
coordinator.
I fit. I get what you're saying in theory, but I don't want that to come to the expense of us not getting where we're supposed to go because we're trying to spare his feelings. You get what I'm
Well, then
saying?
look, if he got to get fired, that's on
My,
John. That would be on John Harbaugh.
I'm always bring this up. You know where I'm going with this. He fired his best friend after he
Yeah, that's
scored
what I'm saying.
28.
That would be
After he
on
scored 28 points.
that would be
And
on John Harbaugh to
that's
make
what I'm
that
saying.
decision.
So it's
But
like
I'm not on the train yet to say fire him.
I'm not like
If
I
it
said,
if
not
it
right
ha-
now, not right now. I'm saying if this continue, if we go the Browns, we should basically do what we supposed to do if we don't do nothing stupid. Feel me? Overall, we're gonna look like we're gonna look how we're gonna supposed to look against them. You feel me? I'm just saying, bomb. We do anything dumb or don't or we lax off. We Jared Goff come in here, they put up 35 points. Then we go to Mahomes, they put up 30. That's a fucking problem. I get it. I get it. Them
oh,
two offenses are
definitely.
good. I get it. But you got the players that you got. You got 10 players that's all Pro Bowl caliber. And that's where the bulk of the money going at, minus them all. Get some stops, man. Nobody's saying you got pitch shutouts. Get them key stops. And then, like I said, we play the Rams and Sean McVay come here and carve us up again, and then Caleb come here and carve us. It's like, come on now, bro. Like now we got like we done ran out. Like the training
Yeah,
wheels is
so
off.
so let's do that. So then we'll see what it looks like in weeks to come. Because if you're saying that all of that, that's yeah, at that point, decisions got to be made because it looks like a pattern. But I'm just saying, I'm not. I don't know. Maybe I'm not dismissive. Like it's week one, so it doesn't matter. I'm just like, okay,
Right.
let's see what happens because I still
For
feel
sure.
like we would be having a different conversation had we won that game.
Oh, my sentiment would have stayed the same. I just wouldn't have been as because I said it last year at
But
the
what you
win.
would have
Remember?
been mad about in the fourth quarter, though, I'd be like, look, like if the game ended at 40-25, we would have been mad about the personnel because that I questioned that.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been like, just can't give up 25 points. That's all. You know, I even said it last year to both the
You
Bengals
can't give up
games, and
25 points to a person like Josh Allen.
we held them to 10 last year. Actually,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's
yeah,
not
we
like he
held them to
can't
10 last year.
score. But it's not like he's. Look what he did in
Him,
the fourth quarter.
listen,
If
him,
he can score, if he can score 22 in that short amount of time, you don't think he can score 25 in three quarters?
that's on us more than him. And I love Josh Allen. Dre know that. I love Josh. That's more on us than him. It's more on us than him. Because we played in week 4, he put up 10 points the whole game. That's what I said. That's more on us than him. Not trying to knock him. Josh played his butt
What's
off.
more on us? Him scoring 22 points?
Yeah, because a lot of that shit was us, not them guys not doing their job. You see who he has his receiving core? Outside of Keon Coleman, them guys is doo doo. Yes, they're good enough to be in the league, but they're doo doo. You put them up against any other receiver, you're gonna be like, man, the Bills proud. I guarantee if you go to I don't whatever site, I guarantee the Bills have a bottom 5 receiving core. I guarantee you. Like then he ain't. If he still had Gibbs, Diggs, and all of them, then yeah, you like okay, yeah, like fucking Khalil Shakur and fucking Curtis Samuel and his tight ends are good. They ain't them. They should never get open on us, never. But they're gonna get open because you got Gas with a friendly ghost and Papa Bear and old man Van Noy rushing the passes, so that helps out.
Okay. So what grade do you give Lamar?
I'm A plus. I mean, we can talk about the last drive, whatever. Cool, got stopped, whatever. Didn't turn the ball over. Put up 3 total touchdowns. I mean, hell was almost 300 yards by itself. So what more you want? I mean, so A plus for me.
Yeah, I give him an A plus too. Lamar played great. What grade did you give the running backs?
They still get an A plus. Fuck that fumble. A plus. Like I said, it was just one of them things just happened at the wrong time. He was in a pile. Somebody punched the ball off. Great play. I mean, ain't like he was upfield, untouched this, and it just you feel me. It was in traffic. Shit happens. That's like if you catch a ball in traffic, somebody hit you, the ball pop up, somebody pick it. It can happen. A plus. Derrick Henry was the reason why we was up.
I gave him an A, and it's not an A plus because of the fumble. Um, like I said, I can accept that fumbles happen. It's just like turnovers. I just feel like at certain times of the game, stuff like that just can't happen.
Yeah,
Um,
I get
and I
it.
had a
I mean, I
like
get
a
it.
coworker said, "Huh?
No, I said I get it. I get it.
and like my a coworker said to me, a player of his caliber, even though everybody can do it, anybody can make a mistake or whatever. In that moment, you would think that he would know ball security is important in that moment, just because of what was happening in the game. But he had a great game as well. Only reason why it's not an A+ is because of the fumble. So I give him an A.
I'm gonna give you a tiny little bit of pushback, just a tiny bit. How many
Go ahead.
quarterbacks, great quarterbacks, do interceptions in those crucial moments?
And don't they get ragged on?
Yeah, but
So what's I mean, what's the
to an
problem?
extent, yeah. But I'm just saying, I know I ain't saying it's
I mean,
not one, but I'm saying
that's why
it's
everybody was mad at Mark Andrews last year, like because it ended like that. Like you're gonna if you make a mistake late in the game, I don't care who you are. If
he
a
had bloop.
defensive player do something stupid,
Yeah, for sure. He had bloopers the whole game. That was the difference between him. He had bloopers the whole entire game.
who
Mark Andrews.
who? Oh
Mark.
no, I mean, but if he would have made that catch, who would have cared at that point? See what I'm saying? I'm just saying like
I
when
would
it
have. I ain't
happens
gonna lie. I
late,
would. He tied him like he tied the game, but he still fucking had a terrible game. He tied the game.
if
Yeah,
he would have
true. He
won
wouldn't
that
have been.
game,
It
that
wouldn't
wouldn't.
have
If
been.
he would have won that game, you would not have cared about none of that.
No, I would have. I am. I would have definitely said Mark Andrews still play like some shit. I'd have been. This the reason why you go likely. You're right. I wouldn't have been on him as bad, but
So if it's okay to do that to him, why is it not okay to say that about Derrick Henry? Like he should hold on to the ball that
he
late in the
had.
game in that situation.
That's like I said. That's fine. Like I said, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that at all. But people got to realize he did have 170 yards. Russell, I'm just saying, like
He
if he
did.
went up there and had 40 yards and fumble, rip his ass a new one
He
all day
did.
long.
It's
That's
just like the playoff game against the Patriots when we had Flacco. Nobody cared about getting two 14-point leads. All they talk about is Flacco threw an interception in the game.
that wasn't his
That's
fault
just
though. That
that's
was on
how it.
Toy.
I don't
That
think
was
it's his fault. I don't think it's his fault
I watched
either.
the
But
play 100 times. It wasn't his fault. He got
I don't
hit.
think it's his fault.
Torrey
But I'm
Smith.
saying that. But you know that people said that it
Yeah,
was.
of course.
So all I'm saying is Derrick Henry ain't no different than nobody else. If he just held on to the
Yeah.
ball, but he had a great day. Like I'm not. I can't say I'm giving him an A+, even though he did no, because that was costly.
It was. I get it. That makes
Fumble.
sense.
If you
That's
fumble and they didn't score, we might be having a different conversation.
true. True.
What about the offensive line? What grade do you give them?
A plus. A plus. Fale got to get a little bit meaner, but I guess we'll have to be on that. Overall, no bad snaps. Not a lot of penalties. Roger got beat a time or two, but it didn't really end in no sack. I think Lamar only got sacked once or twice. And that's just because he backed up a little bit, but that's it. And they brought everybody. But overall, like he don't does what he Derek, we don't score 40 points about that. Flat out.
Hmm.
So A plus.
I give him this A for everything you just said. They had a great game as well. I mean, the offense played well, and we talked about that earlier. What grade did you give the wide receivers and tight ends?
I give him an A. Give him an A. They had a day. D Hop made some plays. Would have loved to see Bateman get a little bit more involved, but I guess it just wasn't the game for it. Mark Andrews had his 1 or 2 catches. Mark Andrews know he's still on people's shit list. Not even the bad game was a part of it, but what he did after the game probably really like rubbed people the wrong way. You know what I'm talking
What,
about.
not talking?
That was straight up faggots. Excuse my French, but yeah, that even the media was like what?
Yeah,
Lamar would throw it in the
yeah. Nobody
lane.
saw him again until
Lam-
the new season.
yeah, that's what Stephen A. even said. You know about when Stephen A. said it. He went on vacation. Lamar throw a game in. Lamar throw a pick to lose the game, and he don't say nothing. Man, what? People gonna look at him so weird. Or
Yeah,
Zay had a costly fumble as a rookie. He still went up there and talked. Like that really made me look at Mark Andrews a little different. Still a good player, but it's like, come on, dog, really? You couldn't just go up there and say I fucked up, my bad. I love my team now, I won't have it again. That's it. You couldn't say that and just go ahead.
yeah. That might
But
have did. That might have served him some good with
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
attacks he was getting.
yeah. And then your quarterback got to take bullets for him and you.
Mm.
But hey,
Yeah, I gave him an A as well. Kind of the same for the same reasons you said. Zay had a day. D Hop amazing catch. But I do wish that Bateman would have been involved more, and also Mark Andrews. But hey, all
yeah,
right. So let's
you
go.
ain't gonna see
Go ahead.
we ain't gonna see him really involved. We might see him do a little something. Nigga, we playing the Browns, but he got to earn Lamar trust again. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. And I get it.
And that was his guy.
He broke his trust. I mean, with the on the field and off the field. So it's like he got to get back in his good graces. I'm sure eventually he will. He'll have that 1 p.m. Mark Andrews game.
All right. So let's go to the defensive side of the ball. What
Hold
grade
on,
did you
Harbaugh.
give?
I'm
Hmm?
reading this real fast. I'm sorry.
Oh, good.
Rob, wait, how you doing, Rob? Harbaugh never leaving. We're gonna keep losing the playoffs. Damn, brother. Go ahead. Damn, he was straight up with that. He was
um,
damn, yeah.
what grade did you give the defensive line?
C plus. Only one sack, and James Cook was running through there like comfortable. When have you ever? I get the rule change. I understand that, but we still playing football here. Roger Goodell was the reason why the NFL was so fucked up. I'm like he wanted 45-40 a week because these even though we partake in these things, fantasy football and betting and all that, people cry, "Oh, I missed my parlay because the game was 13-10." I don't give a fuck personally, you feel me? And I gambles and I play. You know me. You run this fantasy league together. I don't give a
Mhm.
shit. We do this shit for fun. I don't give a fuck. But people when he was getting mad and shit about this, and now he made all these rules, and now these games can be so fucking high scoring. Now a defensive player can't even. Now they gotta think about 65 things instead of just doing what they've been told since they was a kid.
I think the
It's
lawsuits
crazy,
played a
man.
big. I think the lawsuits played a big part in that.
It
You had
happens.
so
That's
many.
you don't see boxers, people suing. You gonna see somebody get severely hurt in a boxing if we do on a football field.
No, I know, and I'm saying
I just don't be
that
getting that.
and they're you're saying the boxers don't sue, right?
I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying you don't see it as often as what you see with the
So
NFL.
I've never heard of it. I don't know who they're suing if they do, but my point is,
Yeah.
if former players are suing a league, it's costing the league money. I mean, Roger Goodell was thinking from a business sense. What can we do to make the game safer?
You know what
So,
Paul Tagliabue told him, and he was so real with this. You know what you sign up for. That's why you get paid all that money. He ain't lying. It might sound douchey, but
and
it's the
guess
truth.
what? And Paul wasn't the commissioner when he had to pay millions of dollars either. So, not that it's coming out of Roger Goodell's pocket, period, but it's costing these owners who are the league. So, I get it. As a fan, you want to see football, you want to see physicality, you want to see all of the nastiness that we probably
That's
love the game for. But I also understand
you
why
get
Roger
millions of
Goodell would
dollars
make the
because how
changes.
you get that hefty pay because it's a physical sport. That's why you get. That's why that
So
check is
unless
so fat.
unless 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 they can put in contracts, you will not sue us later. The league got to do what they got to do to protect themselves. So to protect it,
And
they
it
thinking
and,
about
and it's
rules
hurt
that
and
don't
it's hurt and
benefit
it,
the defense.
and it's hurting the product of the game.
Yeah,
And now a
but
linebacker instead of him shooting again, making a touchdown, now he got to sit there now
but you know
and
why?
say
But
and
people
now
not
he get himself hurt.
but people still watching. Ain't nobody stop watching because
I
of
mean, of
the
course. I
game.
mean,
So that's why
because a lot of
it's
casual
okay to
fans
me.
like you know this, like 56-50. They like to
Yeah,
oh it's back and forth. I don't.
because
That's not.
offense
That
sells
don't. I
tickets.
don't. That's it.
Offense sells tickets.
But what wins championships though?
Yeah, but I'm not. But a league ain't thinking about that. A league trying to figure out how they gonna make money.
It,
Why you think everybody like Caitlin Clark?
yeah, absolutely.
She's doing for the WNBA. Like you
Yeah,
bringing
yeah,
money in, yeah, we gonna
yeah,
do. You know, it's
for
it,
sure.
that's the thing about sports is like the business side of it makes it ugly and annoying because as a fan of anything, you just want to watch what you're trying to watch, football, basketball, whatever it may be. But it's business and professional sports, so like I said, I love the Ravens 2000 Ravens, like what the Ravens were known for.
And that's why I don't
Times
know if
have
you saw it.
changed.
I shared Roland's post because he literally snatched the words out of my mouth. He said, "Man, f that fumble, f this, whatever y'all want to say." He said we went from a time score 10 points on the Super Bowl now 40, and like he said, I get it. The rules change, but and still, this is still a defensive oriented program. And I felt that. I said, bro, he literally took that out my mouth. I said, I know I want. Like I said, you want to call Monken out because he didn't run it up more. You want to get on there because he fumbled. It's all fair because it was costly. But at the end of the day, Josh Allen thought that bitch playing backyard football like he was up with his friends.
I don't know.
But get him a C, C, C. I mean C minus.
I gave him a C. Pretty much for the same thing you said. I think the Bills got to the second level way too often, and that's because they was getting pushed up front, so they get a C.
Miss, we
What do you
miss
give
you.
the? Mhm.
We miss you, Michael Pierce.
Yeah, yeah.
Linebackers,
Yep. What do you give the linebackers?
F, a big fat S. Roquan, love him to death, but he not that leader that I need, man. Like, bro, he supposed to have motherfuckers on that sideline. Like, yo, what the fuck are we out here doing, man? Yeah, we got this fancy ass offense, Lamar and crew, but no, do y'all know what? Do y'all know where we at here? Do y'all know what organization we play for? I'm on the phone every week with Ray Lewis, feel me? He supposed to been over there lighting some like Monday. Everybody should have been home doing after they spend time in the fans, whatever. They should have been in the facility watching film, feel me? Like we don't. I don't see that fine desire. I think like that shit. That's you supposed to take shit like that personal, man. You feel me? I didn't see him over there gabbing truth lighting. Yeah, man. And like I said, Trenton Simpson. I guess we're gonna keep playing Russian roulette with Trenton Simpson and Buchanan, which I don't like, but hey, it is what it is. And then, like I said, we had Casper the Friendly Ghost and and Grandpa Van Noy. They're rushing the passes. So F, F.
I give him a D. For everything you just said, like you just said it so perfectly. Um, I would have liked to see Mike Green more. Not quite sure what the idea was around that. Even if you were planning to rotate him, you could have rotated him a lot more than you did. Um,
Ridiculous.
yeah, they were just disappointing across the board, so they get a D.
Yeah, they're gonna let him play against the Browns and go off, but it's like, who get that's suspected. Like, do it when we play the top teams in the league.
Yeah. And what grade did you give the DBs, cornerbacks, and safeties together?
I give them a B because they didn't really. A lot of that was just Josh Allen having too much time.
Tip balls.
And yeah, and he running around. You ain't gonna run with nobody that long. I don't give a shit how good the corner is. It could be the size receiver. And like I said, the Bills outside Keon Cohen, the Bills receivers are by committee. I'm trying to be respectful here.
Hmm.
And they're gonna get open because the quarterback got time to run around and basically be a magician. And like I said, like they was getting low. They did their best. Nobody really blew a coverage like you just ran out of Josh Allen got all day to throw. So what the hell you expect? And then
Yeah.
like I said, he had it almost Malachi almost had a pick antidote. So yeah, they get a B for me.
I'll give him a B as well. The only thing I'll say is that I don't think Jair should have been playing
Oh hell no,
nearly
hell
nearly as much as he did.
no. That was a big hardball flop
For
by him.
one, my thing is this though. I think it's a difference. Well, sometimes it can happen with like your players, like guys that you're familiar with. But he hadn't practiced in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, like since the beginning of August or something like that. Like, no, this is a new situation, a new scheme, a new thing. Like he shouldn't. No, he should not have been. Either he shouldn't have been active, or he should have played a whole lot less than he did. Like he just wasn't ready, and it looked like
Let
it.
let TJ Tampa
But
play. The man had a great whole spring and summer.
yeah, like I don't understand. So when we talk about Zach Orr, because I don't know. I would assume it's the defensive coordinator who's saying who's coming in and out, barring somebody hurting something and coming off the field. But it's like, I guess that would be a question I would ask him. Why didn't he play? Why did he play? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know who can answer that for me, but overall, they were okay. So I give them a B. And what grade did you give special teams?
C plus. Nuke made his actual field goals and missed the extra point. Not good. Gotta make that
Hmm.
extra point. The kickoff coverage, like I said, but every time Buffalo we kicked those, they didn't damn look like they were running back.
Hmm.
Yeah, and Stout did a decent job punting, but the kickoff coverage was horrendous. So for
Yeah.
that, C plus.
And I just gave him a B. Um, I don't think that I don't think that was a touchback with Trenton Simpson. I mean, from the
Yeah,
replay that
that
I
was
saw, you
yeah.
thought it was?
That no, I mean it was close. I'm not going to get into that far as other. It should have been on the one, but hey, because that definitely would have made things a lot different.
Yeah, I'm saying that to say I'm not even using that as a knock against him because I don't think that that
Yeah,
was a I don't think they made the right call in that situation.
I agree with that. They did.
But yeah, I mean, they didn't have a great day, but I was giving them a B, B minus, something like that. It was like it wasn't like because what you said is right. And what I will say about special teams too is, and it can be on her ball, whoever, but I say special teams is like playing defense in basketball. Like it's about want to. Like you gotta really want to play special teams. You
For
know what I
sure.
mean? Like everybody don't play special teams. Everybody not built for special teams. So if you don't have the right guys out there, it's when you're gonna always look crazy. So I don't even know if it's a personnel thing at this point. You just gotta get guys that takes pride in playing that role for this team. You know? So I'll just give them a B, B minus, somewhere in between that. All right, so we're introducing a new segment topic this season. We're going to do game balls. So it can be a game ball if you want to just give it to one person. It can be game balls if you feel like it should be more than one person or position group or coach. It can be anybody you want it to be. This has to be Ravens related. Or if you feel like nobody deserves a game ball, if it's just one of those weeks, you can say that too. So Justin, who are you giving a game ball to?
First of all, Lamar, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Todd Monken, offensive line. That's it.
Okay. We had almost the same game balls. I have Lamar, Zay, and Derrick Henry. I mean, and I can understand giving it to Todd Monken because he called the plays and the offensive linemen because they can't do what they do without them. So I get those two, but they had a great week. The offense had a great week.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some topics. We've been talking about what happened in the fourth quarter and different things that happened throughout the game. Um, what did you think about John Harbaugh deciding not to go for it on fourth down? Was it a good
He
or bad
used.
decision?
It was good. It was great. If it's 4 for inches, you maybe do that. 4 for 3. Only thing I would say is he probably should have just tried to draw him off sides. If
Hmm.
nothing else, try your hand and then take the penalty, whatever. Punt 5 more yards, whatever. Punt it. Stout to make up for with his leg. That's but actually going forward. I because if you don't get it now, it's a closer range. Closer range. He made the right call. He made the right call.
Hmm.
And this is why Harbaugh make these stupid ass decisions because people with this type of question, feel me? Not I'm saying in general.
Yeah,
This is why he do dumb shit like that. Because oh, when I didn't go, he be so keepy. He be trying to appease people. Feel me? Because he be like, oh, when I didn't go full yards, nah, dog, you did the right thing. Your defense got 10 Pro Bowlers and all pros. Go stop Josh Allen. Go
yeah,
stop him. Go like I said, 4 for inches, 4 for 1. Okay, you might roll the dice, but 3 yards, like that's a little much. It's, it's a little
yeah. I
much.
agree. I agree. I think it was a
Yeah,
good decision.
yeah.
Make him earn it. And outside of that, even Lamar said that he was cramping at that point of the game.
And then
So
how that's gonna look? He cramping. He can't run or can't throw the ball
yeah,
quite
like it
hardly.
did. Yeah,
Then
it didn't
everybody
make
looking
sense. So
stupid at him. Then
in the
everybody,
moment, fans didn't know that because I seen people saying like, "You got Lamar Jackson, you go for that." But I'm like, no, like I even if Lamar wasn't hurt, I wouldn't have been mad about him not going for it just because if
right?
you don't get it, so many bad things could have happened. So like you said, that would have been on the defense to make a stop.
Just that simple. They get paid. So if that's
Speaking
the
about the
case, we
deep,
might as well go for it every fourth down. We feel like you can't do your job.
right, and we not at that point, so I'm like, no, that was a good decision to me.
It was
Um, but speaking about the defense, do you think that the Ravens should bring back Clowney after what we
absolute.
saw in Week 1?
Even before that, absolutely, absolutely. Because when we had a consistent pass rush, even against the good teams, we had him out there.
Hmm.
Because he showed up no matter. Because he showed up no matter who the team was. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Always. And then that freed up other guys and all that. Man, like you know what I mean? He did his thing. Yes, bring him back. Bring him back. No question. He been out there for a minute. He know the building. He know the people. The scheme might be a little different, but all in all, he knows
You
the
know how to
Raven
get the
way.
quarterback.
Yes, bring him back.
Yeah, I agree. We spent the off season talking about who we should add and veterans and free agents and things like that. And I was for all of the former Ravens coming back. Um, Judon, Zadarius Smith, and Clowney. So yeah, I would love for Clowney to come back uh, before another team snatches him up. Like we just saw the Eagles pick up Zadarius. I mean, yeah, they picked up Zadarius Smith. So it's not a whole lot of people still out available, and he's there. He knows the city. He knows the team. Definitely
Hmm.
bring him back.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer for me. Sorry, somebody called me and messed up.
No problem. And so our last topic for tonight, Justin got a little chuckle out of this one. Um, are the Ravens more talk than action?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because we read out press clippings a little too much. Best roster on the paper, best roster on this, best roster on that, and they started buying in Toto too much. So yeah, yeah, absolutely. Offensively, our guys can back up defensively. Like I said, when you got all these, you got an all-pro interior defensive tackle, an all-pro middle linebacker making $20 million, two double-digit sack guys, uh, all-pro corner, a corner that was should have won defensive rookie year if he caught the ball a little bit more. First round safety, that's pretty good. One of the best safeties in the league got broke off. You have each level of your defense has an all-pro. You guys just like Josh Allen looks like Joe Montana. Like, yeah, we're more talk than action right now for sure. We play like a bunch of pansies on defense, and that should make you want to regurgitate. And the fact that people talking about we should have outscored the Bills makes me just want to choke people. I'm like, you shut the fuck up and don't talk to me no more.
I agree. I do think at this point, they're more talk than action because all off season we heard, all these positive things and redemption and revenge and whatever the heck
You
word
heard
they
what I
wanted to
told you
use.
about that. Throw all that Disney movie
Yeah, and we
bullshit
and
out
we and
there.
we talked about that for this very reason because you coming in already with all that on your mind, and now you all amped up, and everybody all amped up, and you talking, and then you go up there and you lay an egg.
You heard what Josh Allen said when they tried to beat him into that. He said it's the most important one because it's the next one. He ain't get caught up in all that extra shit with playoffs and we
Yeah,
beat him week 4. He just said it's just the next game.
and at this point, you're creating a name for yourself. That you're chokers. Like you're gonna play teams, and they're gonna be on the sideline. Like,
It's self-inflicted because y'all want to keep running with little shit to get you shouldn't need amped up narratives to get you juiced up for these type of games.
but you'll have teams on their sideline saying like, we can come back. Like they know because I think Mike Tomlin said it last year or something like that, and so yes,
Even though
they're
they
more
even though they
talk.
even though they didn't come back on us, but yeah, but
No,
yeah,
I
you're right.
think he
Other
said it.
other teams are going to definitely feel that way.
Yeah, I think he said it in one of the. I won't because we played them. Then they beat us during the season last year.
But they wasn't trailing. We was trailing that game. Remember, it was 18
I
to
don't know. I
16.
just remember. I don't know. I know he said that about
He might have said
because
it
I
week
seen the quote.
17 when we were up a little bit and then before Marlo got the pick. But week 17, 16, whatever week it will be, he might have said it then.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I know. I
all
know.
but
I heard. I
all
know. I seen the quote. But I'm saying that to say they got a name for themselves now, and it's not a good name. Like
nah,
like
absolutely, absolutely.
at this point, you're gonna start looking like fake bullies because you be talking and really don't be doing nothing. So yeah, they more talk than action right now.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want people to get all bunch of them get all hyped because we beat the shit out the Browns. We supposed to do that. Let's be real, we supposed to do that. But I mean, we'll take it, of course. But oh, we told us we be all right with just one game. Like, bro, really, really.
Well, it's kind of a must win at this point because the
I
next
mean,
two weeks after that,
of course. I'm
yeah,
saying,
like
of
the
course
next
you
two
could.
weeks don't get no
But
easier.
I don't want our fan base to feel like if we beat the Browns 45-7, that it's you feel me? All it's just right now. Feel me?
And they can't think that either because the Browns have beat us. We've dealt with that for the past couple of years too.
Right. I
So
said we ain't split. I'm just saying, even if we do beat them like we supposed to, they're a lesser team than us. Feel me? That's expected. You know what I'm saying?
well, maybe you won't be as grumpy next week if we win.
I'm because I'm not gonna be happy that happy either. He has to be happy, but I'm saying it's expected. I expect to beat the shit out a team that won
Oh my
six or
god!
seven guys.
So if
You know what
they
I'm saying?
lose, you gonna have a fit.
Of
Jeez.
course. I mean, man, I'm gonna say fire every fucking body, but I expect to beat them. Like that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to beat the inferior team. Now we beat the Lions 45-7. I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. Now we're starting to resonate.
Mm-mm-mm.
But that's it for today's show. Everybody, great show, Shannon. Great topics. Um, go ahead, do your thing.
It's two things I want to say, and they both involve Lamar. First, something that everybody's been talking about since the game was whether or not this will work with like John Harbaugh and Lamar, and if it's time to break them up.
Well, if you know if that's the case, you know my answer. So I ain't even really
Yeah. So your answer is what, to break them up?
No, I'm saying if it comes to that, you know, basically what I'm saying, if it has to come to that, you know who I'm saying has to go, right?
Oh, right. It's easier to fire the coach. I mean, you can't just get rid of your quarterback.
I'm not getting rid of a two-time MVP. I'm sorry.
No, you don't get rid of Lamar. You don't
Call
get
it what you want. He's playoff
you don't
record, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
no, you don't get rid of Lamar. But I'm saying that to say I'm glad that like this has been the talk for Ravens Nation for years. You know what I mean? Like we know people that have been saying for years before Lamar, like fire Harbaugh, right? So this is not new to a lot of people.
Absolutely not.
Um,
And that's why everybody, who we gonna get to replace him? Who the fuck you think was gonna get replace him in 2018 when he was almost fired?
yeah, like he
And
could have been gone a long
they
time
tripped
ago.
me out. Like they swear we're just gonna turn it to the new to the Carolina Panthers if we can him.
No, what I
It's
will say is
mind
that
blowing. Like
I'm not ready to say they can't win a Super Bowl together. I just feel like John Harbaugh getting the national attention he's getting now is going to tell us a lot about him as a coach. And I say that because we haven't seen that before. I'm talking about everywhere.
he was always safe. Shannon the piggy the
Yeah,
interject a little bit. Winning
yeah,
12, last 13 games, getting the
right.
playoff. Now
So I
that these
think,
months now motherfuckers say, oh, they keep blowing big games on prime.
yeah,
Now it's the you know what I
and
mean?
he's the constant, right?
Yeah.
That's what they can point to. So John Harbaugh has a lot on the line this season. Like I can see him even just getting an extension. I can see him being let go if the same things keep happening.
Ain't no salary cap for a coach. You can pay a coach 100 million fine next
That's
week.
what I said. I don't. I'm saying extension aside. I don't think that would be a reason why he'd stay. Is my point.
For
Because
sure.
if you lose the same way again, it's like, come on. Even during this season, if you continue to have the same collapse, because if I was Steve Bisciotti, he would have been in my office today. I would have to. What happened?
He would have to
Happened?
go to Steve Bisciotti. He can't go to his next door neighbor's office. It's not gonna work. You know who his next door neighbor is, right? Eric DeCosta. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
Oh wow, Shannon. Oh my, I am so shocked.
No, I had no. You
You
talking
didn't.
about their real neighbors, or you just saying
They
their offices
no
neighbors?
no. I mean that in every sir. You didn't see the 2020 draft when they made when it was nobody there, whatever. Everybody was home. They was outside, across the fence. Boom! When they picked the picks.
I don't remember. No,
Yeah, go Google that. Google
but
that. Yeah.
no.
Oh,
Well, of course. I
YouTube it.
mean,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they literally
I
right
guess he could.
there.
I guess he could. Well, maybe the conversation would have to be with all of them. I don't know the how that works. Like,
But I'm saying
does
Steve
Eric
Bisciotti
DeCosta
would have
have
to
people?
be involved in that. It can't just be Eric DeCosta and Harbaugh. It's just it ain't gonna.
Yeah.
It's
So that's
just.
why. Well, that's why I said Steve Bisciotti
Yeah,
because I'm
I couldn't
like,
believe you. I can't believe you normally be on everything, Shan. I'm shocked you missed. I'm
no,
shocked
like
you ain't
they're
know
no
that.
damn nneighbors. I don't even
They
remember
live
I
right there. Yeah,
I don't
cause
even
I remember
remember. I mean, it
the
probably
2020
happened.
they was right there out there. 'Cause when after we drafted Patrick Queen and Malik Harris, they was up there talking,
Oh
toasting the
well.
beer cans, all that. Literally
Well, I mean, I
houses
didn't
right
know
there.
that. But
Yeah, hell yeah.
either way, whoever, Eric DeCosta, Steve Bisciotti, I'm just as the owner, the one who can make the final decision either way. Because I don't think Eric DeCosta can fire Harbaugh without consent.
Oh yeah, he gotta have a green light.
Yeah. So
But by his
how would he want
position,
that?
he can do it. He can do it.
Yeah. So if depending on however they do their stuff, John Harbaugh would have to be explaining himself to me Monday morning. We'd have
Absolutely.
to have a conversation. because
Absolutely.
this can't happen again this season. Like that would be my thing. It didn't happen for a bunch of years. So I'm saying all like to say the Lamar and John Harbaugh era might end sooner than some people might think, and too late than for some other people. But I don't think that it's going to keep going on past this year if we keep saying the same thing because you're not going to get rid of Lamar. So,
Yeah.
and the second thing I wanted to say is to the fans: mind your words and keep your hands to yourself.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
I don't,
Me and Maurice was talking about that.
I don't really care. Like I'm not a person. I don't tweet at people, right? And even if I don't really tweet about players, and it's something got to happen for me to really tweet about a situation because I know that people can see their names, at any point. Just it'll pop up in your feed and things like that. And somebody tag, I don't do all of that.
Right.
Even if I got a negative opinion, I still try to mind my words. I don't understand the disrespect for coaches, players. It's just it's beyond talking about football for some people,
Yeah.
and I'm not with none of that. And I just want to be clear about that.
For
And
sure.
and with keeping your hands to yourself, that Bills fan, whatever Lamar did to you, you deserved it. Hands to yourself.
Yo, come on TV with a net.
I didn't even know if that was real. I thought that was fake. That was
Nah,
real,
it was
yo.
real. It was. I said, yo, I said, there's some one of his lawyers put him up to that, man.
I
I
really
swear.
thought that was. I thought that was fake when I saw
No,
that. Earlier.
Shannon. I thought it
I
was
didn't even
because
look at it because I was like,
that
that's
was
probably
really
fake.
him. That was really him. Some other his lawyers, they try to get Lamar. They ain't
Weirdos.
slick.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's why you gotta beef up that security and that staff attendance and have like have as many as them out and them hire more staff. It's that simple. And try to limit it the best you
Yeah,
can.
that should have never happened.
Yeah, because he should have got body slammed by somebody, by a security guard or staff or something. Seriously, you hear what they say at our games, right?
What?
Our security is well trained. You don't want that smoke. I forgot you don't really go to the games as much as I do. They say that every time when they say don't be a jerk and shit like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's the first thing they say. They do. They say they show the guy running, getting tackled on the thing on the screen. Yeah, they put emphasis at M&T Bank. They don't tolerate that shit. You was smoke a vape in that bitch, you gone.
Oh my God.
Yeah, cause
Well, you can't
people
smoke
be
there.
snitching. People be snitching. I be sitting there laughing. I be like, they be like this, cause they be. I be like, oh, like, wait, what? Like you told on me, you bitch.
Petty.
I be saying that. Like, you just paid 300, $400 for them chickens. You gonna blow it because you couldn't wait to smoke your damn vape? Really?
And they got smoking sections, right?
Yeah, like dog, really. But anyway, we had to get this out of our system because I was mad. I got tired of arguing with Nick and Poops over the same shit. I said I got to get on here and talk with my sister just so we can clear, so I
Yeah.
can just
That's what
get
these
proper
for
therapy.
their venting session.
Yeah, because I've been arguing with people. People really talking about we should have scored 60 points. Like, do you hear what you just said out your mouth?
Nah.
Do you think that shit is just? They think that shit just common. Like that shit just like me playing fucking Madden or something.
Like I said earlier, 40 and we was 40 and well, we was undefeated when we scored 40 points. So
Like, come on, bro. Like that shit is like no team ever in the history averaged that for a whole fucking season.
nah.
It's hard to even average 30. Like, do y'all hear yourselves? Yes, we made it look easy because the players we got. That shit ain't fucking easy.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's the part that really pissed me off more than anything.
Well, we come back on Sunday. It should be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, we most likely gonna stomp them out because of the 30th anniversary and who was against, and then you know how they treated Up Modell. We're gonna stomp them out, but it's expected, so I'm not gonna jump for joy on that.
Mm-mm-mm.
Then because we got to turn around the lines. Hopefully that don't be the week they figure out this new offensive system because that
Well,
could be trouble.
nice.
That could be trouble. That could be trouble.
I hope everybody's nice to Joe Flacco.
No promises on that, but no promises on that, but because I'll be at the game. Me personally, I love Joe Flacco, but I can't promise you nobody else will be nice. Now that he got a brown uniform on too, so uh, but yeah. Y'all enjoy the college games and stuff like that. We'll be back on here tomorrow. Like I said, Shannon probably send some topics in the morning or something. I'll add a few, and then, like I said, I'll see what they come up with. We'll be back to do the preview tomorrow. That's it. Make sure y'all trade talk Ravens all day, every day from your host Justin P. And my MVP, $1 million co-host, with Shannon Finch. We'll see y'all tomorrow, same time, same channel. We out.
Good night. Bye, Justin.
Bye, Shannon.